Welcome to the Sunday Best. It's an in-depth look at the best book I read this week. This week we have our second repeat author, Kristin Hannah with The Great Alone. Congratulations on making it to the first ever allergies edition of the Sunday Best. I know I'm quite stuffy, but I promise I still have a review for you. Before reading any of Kristin's books, I would have sworn up and down that I was not a fan of historical fiction, and here she is making me a liar with every single book of hers that I read. The Great Alone follows the Albright family, Ernst, Cora, and Lenny, as they move to Alaska after the Vietnam War. Lenny's dad, Ernst, was a prisoner of war during Vietnam, is now struggling with PTSD. Cora, who was just a teenager when they got married, is so wrapped up in her love for who he used to be that she is constantly making excuses and forgiving him for his erratic behavior. And 13-year-old Lenny is used to an ever-changing environment, moving according to the whims of her father. But even Cora is skeptical when he sets Alaska as their next and final home. Lenny and Cora now have to adapt quickly to this harsh environment, not only because of how unprepared they are, but also because of Ernst's unpredictable temper. Earlier, I told you I thought I wasn't a fan of historical fiction, so I want to talk to you about what really draws me in with Kristin's books. First, she gives us a full-length story. We are not confined to just a few moments or months or a year of someone's life. We get years and sometimes even decades worth of story from her characters, and I have not yet been left wondering what happens next. Her stories have been fully developed for me, and anything that would come next feels like it should be the beginning of a new story, and I so appreciate that as a reader. The second thing that I love is her supporting characters. They are there to serve a purpose, not just to take up space on a page. Specifically in The Great Alone, they represent strength and hope in large Marge and knowing that someone is on your side no matter what. Or like with Tom Walker, it's the what could have been life if you would have just made one different choice. Cora in this instance, if she would have not married Ernst so young, if she would have stayed with her parents. One little choice could have made such a massive difference in hers and Lenny's life. And the supporting characters can even represent how important it is to surround yourself with people who lift you up and make you better and not drag you down. I'm looking at you, Matt Earl. Finally, her books are full of real and raw emotion. I feel like she is taking me on a journey that mimics life so well. I experience everything from frustration and despair and devastation to hope and excitement and love. Her stories bring up such a wide range of emotions. I don't know if I'm going to be laughing, crying, or both on the same page. Will our main characters suffer a loss? Will they find redemption in coming back home? Will they be able to mend a relationship that they thought was forever fractured? Who knows? And I love the unpredictability. Just like the Alaskan wilderness, this story is beautiful and harsh and sometimes even cruel. But even with all of the hardships and difficulties, it draws you in and keeps bringing you back to the wild and free place where hope and love can make or break you. Thank you so much for joining me for the Sunday Best. If you have read one of Kristin's books, congratulations on reading a spectacular book. If not, I hope that your TBR is officially one book longer. Happy reading.